Man, Mike said he had his contact information, man. Looking good in that story, Jed.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
Hey, we're looking good out on the roadways right now, Storm. You know, this time yesterday morning, we were running and gunning with those black ice roadways and especially your bridges, overpasses, elevated surfaces. As we look out right now from our Skycam network, and you can see across the metro area, our reporters are out right now. Really, at this point, our Addie and Natalie both reporting that roadways, if they're running into some wet roads, they're just wet. And so that's good. So we are at or above freezing right now as we look at the morning conditions. Again, Skycam's looking good as well. Let's check out our temperatures here the last 24 hours. You know, yesterday morning, we dipped down to 28 before rebounding back up to 50 yesterday afternoon. You get to about 10 o'clock yesterday morning, you didn't really know anything happened because things were warming up so quickly. The roads dried back out. Really was a pretty decent day most of the day yesterday, but we were hovering right at 30 with roads being wet. That's why we had such a terrible black ice situation. This morning, temperatures have dropped from the 40s at 6 o'clock down to the 30s by about midnight, and then we are now down about 35. So we're still above freezing. So any roadways that we have out there in the metro area are wet. So for now they're wet, but we expect temperatures to keep dipping a little bit more. As we go to our conditions right now, looking from our Mathis cam, 35 right now, north winds at 16, wind chill checks in at 25, and you can see Mathis cam. This is one of those areas we watch because all those elevated surfaces. Right now, no problems there. So if you got to get out, good conditions here out the door this morning. All the precip we had last night really was just light. Didn't have a whole lot, have had mainly just some light amounts of rain. And you can see the rain is now starting to fizzle out here in the metro. A few areas over east of Chandler, just east of Shawnee, north sides of Seminole County. A few showers for you, but temperatures, as you see there, are above freezing. There's been a little batch of some light rain from downtown Oklahoma City down to Tuttle, Union City, El Reno, Hinton, Gracemont, on down toward Gotebo and Carnegie, where we've picked up about 5/100ths of an inch of rain. So it's a light rain that we've had this morning, which is kind of similar to the conditions we had yesterday, just a light little batch of wetness on the roads, but air temperatures are above freezing. So there is good news there. And again, the overall big picture, this precip is winding down for Oklahoma City, and as you see here, all of it's now shifting down south into Texas as that upper level low starts pulling away. Morning conditions again in the Chickasha area, still a little wetness for you, maybe a few dots of rain up I-44, but really for the most part we're in good shape. Southwest Oklahoma again had a few showers, but right now the trend, rain's moving out, and we'll monitor the temperatures. So from between 5 to about 10 o'clock this morning, temperatures expected to dip down below 32. So roadways, while they're wet right now, could begin to ice up. That's when we'll really need to monitor that late morning rush hour drive is when, if we're going to have problems, that's when it will be at its worst. So from about 6 to 8 a.m., if there's going to be problems, that little time frame bracket is when I think the worst will be. So drive either side of that if you don't want to get caught off guard. Again, near 30 by 8 o'clock this morning. We're 35 right now. There's your freezing line from near Ponca, Enid, down to just west of El Reno, extends down to near Hobart. North of that line, temperatures are at or below freezing, and that line is shoving down into central Oklahoma. Also, cold wind chills as well. Wind chills down in the teens northwest Oklahoma, most spots in the 20s right now. So cold start as this low pressure area that's now beginning to pull away will shift on out, and all the rain slides to far southeast parts of Oklahoma. So this system, it's out of here. It's moving away. High pressure. It builds in over the weekend. That'll set up what should be a decent weekend, closing to near 50 tomorrow, and then near 60 on Sunday. So nice warming trend there. Then we'll track the next low. It builds down in the southwest parts of the country. That active pattern continues. That will come up our way, and it will be rolling up toward Oklahoma, going toward Monday as rain chances start to go up. Rain chance looking likely from Monday night into Tuesday, and that system moves out of here. Another system on the way behind that comes in, that rolls across, and that could be a winter storm for parts of the central or southern plains. We're monitoring the trends. That's going to move out. Some data has us getting hit with the winter storm, so we'll monitor those conditions. 40s for highs coming up for today. Some 20s tonight, and then going into tomorrow back up to near 50. Some 40s in the state, but some 50s as well, and temperatures keep nosing upward close to 60 on Sunday. That rain gets going. Best chance is Monday night into Tuesday, and a possible winter storm for the state. Right now, the worst conditions look to be in north and northwest Oklahoma. As we go from 67 next Wednesday, we'll drop into the 30s by Thursday.